Hey there, welcome to the Lucelina channel. If this is your first time watching, hi! Welcome to my neck of the woods. If you are a subscriber, then I appreciate you so much, and this reading is for you. I'm reading for a Sagittarius woman. I'm reading for Sagittarius woman for the month of June 28th. Again, if you're new, in whatever way new means to you, if you're first time watching my videos or whatever, I do things not kind of different, but like very kind of different over here. Guidance through different ways. And I can't go into that whole spiel right now. You'll see, and if you're into it, stick around. If not, man, there's so many other readers out there who are amazing, and hopefully they have your message. How I do the readings here is it's a guidance-based reading. So what is your guidance for June 2018? Given, you know, whatever it is that you need to know, what is your guidance? Because sometimes you'll just hear from other readers what's gonna be happening and what's gonna go down, and sometimes you feel a little powerless. So I say, nah, man, what can you do about it to carry you through, right? So let's see what comes through for you. The Sagittarius Queens. Release your ex wanted to slip out. I don't know what's going on with you, but alright. Guidance for Sagittarius for June 2018. Sagittarius woman, June 2018. Yikes. I guess we'll take them. Alright, so we have goblins in protection. We have listening, so I think you probably have to listen to whatever is happening right now. Slow and steady. Okay. Sacred pool in protection. Slow and steady. Slow and steady in protection. Intention. Oh, this is nice. Well, anyway, and magic prayer. Okay. Magic prayer in reverse has a very particular message. I am looking at the color scheme of this, and it looks very, very similar. Lots of greens and then a touch of that pink. So you might be having some trouble, or like some it's with your to do with like your yin energy, like your ability to receive, your ability to just be and not do, your ability to be in that vibe of receptivity, in that vibe of allowing, in that vibe of like not doing. That's what I'm getting from these three. And then there's also a lot of green. So it might have to do with your heart, whatever's in your heart. There's lots of there's doubts, and maybe there are some people who might be inflicting doubt on you. There might be some people who are stirring up doubts in you, or some situations that are stirring up doubts in you. The magic prayer card in the upright talks about like your wishes have been heard, the angels, or whatever have gotten your message, and it's been heard, and it will come. Just be open to how it might come to you. In the protection, that message is slightly different. There's a lot of protection here, Sagittarius lady. There's a lot of protection here. So I'm really glad that you're listening to this, because there might be something that you really need to hear from. Yeah, you need to hear from this overall message. There's something to do with like your psyche, obviously your inner psyche, and I also want to say your outer environment. There's something going on with that. These are a lot of outside cards. I'm getting a lot of like outside. So outside of your home, outside of your mental space, outside of your being, which is affecting your inner being and affecting what it is that you want to bring in, what it is that you want to do, and how you want to go about that decision. Because the intention card is here, which says, I basically like set your intention. I am seeing a lot of twos here, a lot of twos and threes. There's like number stuff going on here. So if you've been seeing those numbers, or if those numbers mean anything to you, like there's 22, 32, 23, 12, 21. Those are kind of synchronistic numbers for me personally, especially as they deal with relationship. So, and then release your ex did come up. So I don't know if there's something about that going on for you, but in any case, the sacred pool talks about being a reflection and an embodiment of, okay, I get it. Okay, I get it. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. It hit me. Okay. It talks about embodiment, as within, so without. So it talks to me when I see it. It talks about the outer circumstances that you're in, what you're feeling, right? I'm gonna say perception. What it's looking like on the outside is a reflection of really what's going on behind the scenes in you. So if there's something dissatisfactory going on outside, again, with everybody, like it starts with you. I will say there is definitely something going on outside of you that is heavily affecting you and is kind of doing this loop feedback, where you get this stimulus and then it fucks you up it fucks you up in the head or in your intentions, your stuff, and then coming from that place of like doubt and fear and those kind of negative thoughts of being put down or whatever, is then expressing itself, also being projected outward, and then it's being projected back in, fucks you up, and then you project it from the fucked up like mentality, and it's just this feedback loop of like woo 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 woo, and it sucks. So the guidance for that is, the only two cards that are up are intention. But either way, I think I do believe there is something going on in your outer world, and I am actually going to consult the book to see what else they say, because this is very loud. This is very, very loud. Hold on, Sagittarius lady. This is very, very loud. I'm going to read Magic Prayer first, because I think there is something to do with your intention. Like, you're really trying. Like, it feels like you're still trying to hold it down. You're still trying to hold down the fort, you know? You're still trying to hold down the fort. You're still trying to you're still trying to hold on true to what it is that you want. There's just a lot of noise for you, especially externally. And I feel like the wiser part of you is trying to maintain this new life, this new energy, this thing that you want, this potential which hasn't yet shown itself. But like it feels like you're trying to hold on to it, and good, right? Like your wisdom is on it, and you're still making wishes, and you're still doing that stuff. It's just there's a lot of stuff going on in the background for you. There's a lot of stuff going on in the background for you, and the slow and steady card in reverse is basically reiterating the slow and steady message of like, don't push. Just take it a step at a time. Take it a step at a time. So it's funny that these two cards come out together, because I looked at this card instead. It says your objectives will be fulfilled at this time, and Magic Prayer also says like your wishes have been heard. And this is like they're essentially saying the same thing, but that's in the upright. In the protection, Magic Prayer says something a little bit different. But what I want to say is that okay. When it comes to taking things slow and steady, moving, not pushing, right? Not pushing, and especially with everything that's going on outside of you, everything that's like influencing you heavy, take it a moment at a time, not even a day at a time. Take it a moment at a time. find time to like find some peace, find time to relax, find time to breathe, find time to just get back to you and move by inspired action. Asking yourself questions like, what would feel good right now? What would what's the best, like, what can I do right now to make things a little bit easier? What can I do to to get to the next step, whatever that next step is for you, because it is like sandwiched in all of this stuff. It is coming. Like whatever is for you is coming. So this is a really nice, like, hey, I know all this shit's happening, but it's coming. Keep fighting the good fight. It's just really don't push it right now. Pushing it is not in your best interest. Because the magic prayer in reverse says self-will that goes unchecked can bring difficulties. It's a sign that you mistakenly believe that your way is the only way. You may be facing a painful lesson and a lonely one too. So I think I'm so glad that these two came out together, because it, oh, Jesus, woman. There's something going on in your outer environment for sure. Anyway, I'm not here to dissect that. Your guidance is to not push. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what's going on in your world, but don't push. I'm going to read for sure goblins and sacred pools so we can get a little bit more. I wanted to trigger your intuition, trigger your subconscious to really help you pinpoint what it is that you might be pushing against, so that you can course correct and stop pushing and check yourself before you wreck yourself, especially with what's going on outside. So it says, in reverse, the goblin says it's difficult to deal with someone else's issues because they impact your own. No one is perfect, but in this case, you're particularly vulnerable to being manipulated. Don't take this world personally. When the goblin card arrives in reverse, it's a sign to step back with detachment. Don't let other people's stuff lead you into reacting from an old wound. Love yourself unconditionally, set boundaries, and your goblins will fall asleep. Yeah, so that's another message, just really reiterating, like, and I keep seeing the release your ex card that came up when I was shuffling for you from the Romance Angels. I'm not feeling called to really pull any Romance Angels card at this second, but this talks about there's something going on in your outside world this month, and the lesson, the guidance here is, at least in part, right off the bat, stop pushing. So I'm not sure if you're trying to, like, are you trying to, like, help immense? I don't know. I'm not trying to dissect what you're trying to do. I just want to give you your guidance so that you can take it. Like, are you trying to help someone? You may, or some situation, it's outside of you. You're trying to affect it. But, like, self-will that goes unchecked is kind of like you pushing towards something, you pushing and wanting something, and it, as you're pushing yourself towards it, dragging yourself towards it, you're actually, with that same force and vehement, like, strength, pushing it away from you. So your self-will that's going unchecked is kind of hindering what's actually yours that wants to come in. Whatever it is that that wants to come in, it is here. It's on the precipice. So June seems like you might get it, but I feel like, or you are getting it, and whatever the situation is for, it's just slow down, like, calm down. Don't stop moving, right? Like, don't. Okay, here's what I'm saying. When I look at the Romance Angels deck, I don't really know what this, the bottom says make the effort, but I'm getting no. On the top it says retreat, but I'm getting yeah, but no. So these two messages are the same. It's like, don't all the way retreat, but at the same time, don't all the way make all of the effort. Whatever that looks like for you. Like I feel like you're pushing against something. The sacred pool in reverse talks about it can be difficult to overcome denial when there is a reward for staying where you are. If you can't accept and love yourself, you remain trapped, wearing a false mask of victimhood. The benefit of embracing denial and the victim's mask is that you never have to take a real risk. Dimming your light serves no one. Turning away from the truth that is reflected in the stillness of the sacred pool keeps you in denial. Yeah. Doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. Vain efforts lead to tedious and boring experiences. You have a responsibility not just to yourself, but to your spark within. Courage is not the absence of fear. Accept the discomfort of seeing with clear eyes, and you'll soon find that wondrous adventures are waiting for you. So, I feel like it's the same message that I started speaking on earlier, which was there's something influencing you right now, either turmoil that is still mental but outward, if that makes sense. Some sort of situation, and there's something about letting something go, releasing something, but it might even be like baby steps, like releasing just the tight hold, releasing it just a bit today, 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 moment by moment, and not pushing against whatever is happening. This intention is here though, like something is coming or something will come. It's just the self-will that goes unchecked. That's the line that really keeps coming. Like there's something, like your not your energy, but there's something blocking it, and it's maybe you doing too much, like, and it's a call for you to, like, you can still do, but not as much as you've been doing, man. Not as much as you've been doing. Like, not as much as you've been doing at all. Pushing things forward impulsively will not only prevent success, but potentially cause more trouble than you're prepared to handle. Yeah, that's what the one of the lines in this says. So, I'm gonna leave it at that, Sagittarius lady. I'm a Sagittarius Venus, so, you know, I'm with you guys in this. I'm with us in this, and I totally get this message too. I hope you're doing okay. Just breathe. I know it can be really hard. When that pressure comes to do something, just check yourself before you wreck yourself. Like, quite literally, move your body a whole step back and see if you can just pause and move with caution. Okay? Much love to you, Sagittarius lady, and keep your light on, and good luck.